One of my biggest goals in opening the school was to build a culture where the students wanted to be here. In high school principalship, I don't know if there is a typical day, but in general, I typically get up at 5 o'clock. I get to work by 6 o'clock. I send out a daily bulletin every morning to the teachers, and then carpool starts coming. But typically the school day ends and the buses leave, and that's when the second part of our job begins, and that is monitoring after-school activities.
I think my favorite memory right now of Apex Friendship High School is all the way back to the first year, October, the away football game versus Apex Friendship JV. And I went to that, as did almost everybody connected to the school, and there must have been, I'm just so excited about this, there must have been 800 people in the visitor stands, and we filled up their stands at Apex High School. And I had been to Apex, and they were nice, wonderful people. But to see our JV team come out onto Apex's field, and of course we got our butts handed to us football-wise, but just the excitement and the kids, and then it started to rain, but no one cared, and it was just like the whole school seemed to be there, their parents, the faculty, and we were all at one point just completely together. It's one of my favorite memories about our school.
Make your presence known. Make your presence known now. Oh, it's got me! It's got me! Oh! Subtle, it says. Oh, I can feel the spirit taking over my entire body. I had a cat that used to act like that.
I knew when we opened with just 9th and 10th graders playing varsity in every sport except football, I knew that it was going to be difficult for us with results early on. But I've got to say that almost every single sport we had coaches that stressed improvement and stressed giving your best effort and stressed that we were starting something. So we didn't do well with wins and losses, but all of our teams had a real strong spirit and a strong level of commitment. And it took us a while to win games, but I can clearly remember some of those first wins. I was at senior night for girls soccer the other night, and they asked a lot of the girls, what was your best memory? And I think every senior said it was that first conference win when we beat Holly Springs. And those are the things that are important. I don't so much dwell on what we were not able to do, but I look at our first conference championship, which was women's golf. I looked at our first team to go to a team state playoff, that was women's lacrosse. Our first, when our boys won the conference championship for boys soccer, that's huge. So I feel like that even though we started not doing well with wins and losses, there was always a strong spirit. And I think about Coach Sanders and the football program, because he kind of coined that phrase, get better every day, GBD.
Let's see. So when Apex Friendship High School opened, I had many expectations. One of my expectations was that it was going to be filled with phenomenal students and phenomenal staff members. Basically because Mr. White, our fearless leader, was able to kind of pick and choose who he wanted to come to the staff. And I was very honored to be chosen as a math teacher, and I was just very excited to be able to start new traditions and work with new people. It has been a phenomenal year. We've had many successes in our academics and also in our athletics. For instance, being involved with the women's basketball team, it was a blast to be able to make it into the state playoff. We also played in the championship game for the conference tournament, which was a lot of fun, and it was really great to see the girls grow over the last 3 years and really get to where they wanted to be.
When I was young, I never needed anyone, and making love was just for fun. Those days are gone.
Anybody who saw the first musical, when we did High School Musical, and then saw Susical, they saw the growth in not just the students maturing as students, but the performance was so complete.
Oh my God. Susical the Musical was a blast. I had never seen it, but it was so fun to watch all my students excel and succeed on the stage.
The lights, the choreography, the choral music, the band music, it had grown tremendously. And when we did High School Musical, it was really cool because that was our first musical. Everybody enjoyed it. It was done very, very well. But when you look at how far we came as a school, to have all those different components come together, I think that the growth was tremendous. I think the same thing that could be said about our visual arts. If you see the visual arts, the portraits and the paintings that hang in the hallway, they've just matured over the years. And that's probably the way I'd say it is. It's been gradual growth, but now we're at that point where many of our talented students are going to be studying arts and performing arts in college, which is an amazing bit of progress from when we started as 9th and 10th graders.
So for those 3 minutes, we're going to have 17 people come up and read the 17 names.
A few words of advice. Don't buy society's definition of success because it's not working for anyone. It's not working for women. It's not working for men. It's not working for polar bears. It's not working for the cicadas that are apparently ready to swarm us. It's only truly working for those who make pharmaceuticals for stress, diabetes, heart disease, sleeplessness, and high blood pressure. Also, when you grow up and buy a house, do not worry too much about your lawn. You will soon find, if you haven't already known, that almost every adult American devotes tremendous time and money to the maintenance of an invasive plant species called turf grass that we can't even eat. I encourage you to choose better obsessions. With that being said, congratulations, good luck, and Godspeed.
Obviously, you want to go off to college and do the best you can, but don't lose sight of the fact that you should do what you really want to do in life. If you love art, you should be an artist. If you love accounting, you should get numbers. If you love engineering, you should build things. And then sometimes I think kids sometimes think that, well, I've got to do certain things to make enough money, blah, 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 and yada, yada. And yet, this is something I've found in life. Do whatever you want. I mean, obviously legal. Do what you want to do, and someone will pay you well to do it if you're good. And if you love doing it, you'll be very good. So whether it's an artist or a trampoline maker or an African dance critic, the bottom line is go do what you really, really in your heart of hearts want to do, and you will be successful.
Boy, that's hard. But I have learned over the years that it's really important for you guys as seniors to figure out and find out what your passion is and follow it. Don't go to a certain college because your parents want you to, or your friends think that it would be cool. You need to find the place that suits you best, and you need to do what you love to do.
Is there any last words you have for our first graduating class?
Oh gosh, besides make it a great day, I have to thank you guys. It was not easy coming here and being the first. That's never easy, and it takes some guts, it takes some bravery, and it takes some effort. And I feel like that with you, the class of 18, we've done a great job of starting the culture here and setting the bar high for the classes that come behind you. So I thank you for what you guys have done.